Every year, on November 1st and 2nd, many across Mexico and throughout the Americas celebrate Dia De Los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. It is a time of altars and candles, marigolds and music, a time of home-cooked foods, of sugar skulls decorated with bright colors, and of stories told late into the night. It is a time when grief and joy hold hands. This celebration has roots both ancient and resilient. Its origins go back thousands of years to indigenous traditions of the Aztec, Maya, Purepecha, and other Mesoamerican peoples, who understood death not as a permanent end, but as a continuation of life in a different form. When Spanish colonizers arrived and attempted to suppress indigenous practices, these traditions adapted and endured, weaving themselves into the church calendar, emerging in the celebrations of All Saints and All Souls days. Out of this cultural blending arose a holiday that continues to hold profound spiritual significance. At the heart of Dia de los Muertos is a powerful belief: those we have loved do not vanish. Their presence is not erased by death. Instead, they remain with us, guiding us, shaping us, living on in our stories, our habits, and our hearts. Today, we gather in the same spirit. We place photos on ofrendas or place memories in our hearts, and in doing so, we declare your life mattered. You are still a part of us. If you have ever seen an ofrenda, an altar built with love, you know that every item tells a story. A candle lit to guide a spirit home, bright orange cempasúchil, the marigold whose fragrance and color are said to help the souls of the departed find their way. Food set out, sometimes the favorite meal of the one who has died, tamales, mole, pan de muerto. A beloved object, maybe a book, a photograph, or a baseball cap. Each piece is an act of relationship. Death does not sever our connections. Love remains. And it more than remains, it transforms. We who have lived alongside these beloveds, who have been shaped by them, carry their legacy forward. And in the month of November, as we reflect on gratitude, we are invited to notice just how much of who we are has been formed by those who came before us. Who taught you to cook a certain food? Who shared with you a love of music, books, laughter? Whose courage did you borrow when life asked more of you than you thought you had to give? Maybe you hear someone's voice in your head, an encouragement of one of those wise little sayings that somehow became part of your inner compass. Maybe you see a facial expression in the mirror one day and think, that is exactly how my father smiled. Or maybe there's a cause you continue to work for because someone you loved showed you that justice is sacred work. The wisdom of Dia de los Muertos is that memory is not passive. It is an active bond, a living connection. In Unitarian Universalism, we proclaim that love is stronger than death, not because we deny the deep ache of loss, far from it. We know the empty chairs at the table. We know the phone calls that will never come again. We know what absence feels like in our bones. But the more we love, the more impossible it becomes for death to erase what has been. To remember is a courageous act of gratitude. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for shaping me. Thank you for walking with me for part of this mysterious journey. And so today, as we gather in our community of care, we are encircled by a great cloud of witnesses. Ancestors by blood, yes, but also ancestors of spirit and of chosen family. Those who gave us laughter, those who taught us resilience, those who refused to give up on us, those whose imperfections we witnessed right alongside their beauty, because real love is human love. Dia de los Muertos teaches us to bring all of that into memory, joy right next to sorrow, gratitude right alongside the yearning. As the late Mexican poet and essayist Octavio Paz wrote, to the dead we owe a certain form of continuity, not only in memory, but in the very essence of our being. This is the paradox of grief. The deeper the wound, the more evidence there is that love was real. What if, for just a moment, we looked at our grief and said, this feeling honors what we shared. This pain means that love lived here. And what if we allowed gratitude to rise even in the broken places? Not a forced gratitude that pretends everything is fine, not a gratitude that demands we rush toward healing, but a gentle gratitude that says, I am who I am because I loved you. That is the spirit of this season. That is the holiness at the heart of Dia de los Muertos. In a few moments, we will enter into our candles of remembrance ceremony. As we light candles, we will speak aloud or simply hold silently in our hearts the names and faces of those who journey with us beyond the veil, those we miss, those we honor, those who made us who we are. Let this ritual be a reminder that spiritual connection is not limited to breath and heartbeat. Love does not depend on physical presence. When we remember intentionally, lovingly, we keep a flame burning for them. May we approach today with tenderness, open to the grief that still stings, open to the gratitude that warms us from within, open to the mystery that love does not end. For in this sacred season, the veil is thin, memory is alive, love always endures. May we cause it to be so. Blessed be. Amen. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Thank you all so much.